My name is Prerit Munjal. I won't spend a lot of time in telling about me or selling me. So I currently work at Groupon as a senior technical program manager. And so this particular talk is about when I was a founder of a company and then I sold it. So this is building self-healing disaster recovery with OpenFeature. This is my favorite guy, Tom Cruise. Give a hoot for him. Who? Yeah. So I had to pass 5 minutes. I did his picture. So this story is about about 1 year back, I had a customer demo, and suddenly one of our databases failed, and like on spot, like it left us with about 10 minutes to do the manual failover. And out of curiosity, so at Cube Cloud, my previous company, it was more of a BFS company, like breadth first search kind of company, where we had multiple toolings. And instead of targeting in a single segment, we had multiple toolings. So there we extensively used OpenFeature because we were expanding and we were just trying out new things. So in the night, it came into my mind about testing disaster recovery with OpenFeature. First of all, this particular talk is about just 1% of the people here attending here, because this is a very very different use case. Not everybody can or should implement OpenFeature for disaster recovery, because generally if you go to cloud-based systems, it's automatic. So so you need to laugh. Haha. Okay, you guys are like a bit tired, but for today's agenda, it's about disaster recovery and OpenFeature. A quick refresher about OpenFeature. So OpenFeature is an open source framework or API, we can say that, or SDK, which enables you to map your feature flags with different kind of feature providers, and then on top of that, you can have different evaluation frameworks, and then you can actually just toggle the things and make sure that your particular set of consumers are seeing particular set of services. So the problems with disaster recovery is that it's all about urgency, right? Because at that particular client meet, we were needing a solution at that particular point of time. So depending on the urgency, I guess we should always have a backup plan. And also, it's the fear economy, right? Just like insurance, just like medical services, it's all about fear, right? And the more you play with fear, the more money you make in like human economy that we built so far. The third problem is that runbooks aren't just enough, right? Because right now, at that particular point of time, we had small team, but when I joined a different company, teams scale, and runbooks don't eventually scale with the teams. They either get out of the line or irrelevant. Fourth thing was that it had a lack of standardization, because everything is a standard, right? KubeCon has set a standard for certain kind of events. Linux Foundation has set standard for certain kind of events. And they say that when it scale, it fails. So we needed to have a backup plan, and also the fire and water drills are much costly. Having a preview environment or mapping a production with staging is really expensive. At scale, again, at startup, it is not big of a problem. So let's talk about OpenFeature. So we eventually used OpenFeature for dynamic failover. We used to do a lot of things. Let me show you the architecture in a moment. And it added zero to little toil or little operational overhead, because we were already using OpenFeature. We were already a pro in OpenFeature. So that was not more of an issue. So I just have 2 minutes, I guess. Okay, 1 minute. So this is the kind of, if somebody doesn't know what cold, warm, or hot DR is, this is what it looked like. And some other ways through which you can actually do this kind of disaster recovery is, first is DNS-based failover, which most of us are currently using. Second is the load balancer failover that, again, most of us are using. But OpenFeature is very unique in nature, right? Because all you need is just a toggle. Okay, I guess this is okay. I just my slide went a bit down. So this is our architecture. We had a Redis that used to store the global state of our flags. Then the main part here is infra DR gateway controller. So what it does is, for example, it tracks the current database or current database status. The same data is sent to the observability layer, and then the alerting goes on. And also it tracks, for example, if the feature has greater than 80%, feature is resolved after 80% of fallback, then it marks a particular region as dead. And after that, it automatically syncs the flag, it automatically tracks everything, and it eventually triggers an automatic failover. Again, most of you might say that we just need a canary. This is an overkill, but at that particular point of time, we were heavily invested in OpenFeature, and it made sense for us. So eventually the results were such that we reduced the RTO from 25 minutes to about 3 minutes. There were zero manual interventions. All of them were totally automatic, and also we reduced operational overhead. So these are the takeaways. DR is just not about infra, it's about feature, infra, and traffic orchestration. No matter how stealthy you go, no matter how better or more replicas you have, it doesn't make any sense if you're not solving the real problem. And OpenFeature, actually I have a talk at KubeCon Europe this year in London. I had shared more details about that in that talk, so just make sure you watch that particular talk. So OpenFeature is more than just an SDK. It's becoming more of a control plane. So just like disaster recovery, you can have it with back end, front end, some kind of Redis instances, and you can compare tools. For example, you have a company, big company, you have 5 different POCs or 5 different tools. You can just compare those tools with OpenFeature. And yeah, that's it. I have a YouTube channel, Tech with Prerit, and I have a LinkedIn with the same name. So yeah, thanks for having me.